For Brock over here in the back. Brock, how long after your surgery did you feel like your old self? Did you feel back to 100%?
About 6 hours. I'm back, and I feel good.
And just one more follow-up. What do you think of Alistair Overeem as a fighter? He has said some pretty bold things, saying that he's going to kick your butt and whatnot.
It's an honor for me to get in the octagon to kick his ass.
Questions for Dana. Can you talk about just the significance of having Brock back? Obviously, there's a lot of excitement to have him back in the UFC and healthy again.
Imagine the heavyweight division with Brock Lesnar gone. It would suck. He's back. I'm happy. We're going to put on. We've got 3 great heavyweight fights coming up now. So yeah, I'm more than happy to have Brock back.
For Alistair over here in the back, you obviously have a pretty big experience advantage over Brock. Do you think that's going to play into the fight that you guys have in December?
I'm going to tear this guy apart, piece by piece.
Quick question for Brock. Brock, obviously you just picked Kane. That's what I was going to ask you. But assuming you probably got to know Junior pretty well on The Ultimate Fighter, can you just talk about him and the months you spent with him?
Oh, we're BFFs now. I'm just trying to build my confidence in my stand-up and to be a well-rounded fighter and to come back and win this fight and to win the UFC Heavyweight Championship back. That's my dream. That's my dream.
This crowd is absolutely amped.
December 30th, MGM Grand Garden Arena, Brock Lesnar faces Alistair Overeem.
This is my home. The UFC is Brock Lesnar. I don't care how many fights he's had or I don't care where his career has been. This is my time. This is my house.
I'm going to beat up Brock Lesnar, and it's going to take me no more than 2 rounds to do that.
Beautiful head kick. Oh, and that one hurt. Nice knee. And he catches Arona. Good head work. Falls down and tapping.
He's definitely a well-rounded fighter. I mean, as far as his stand-up game goes, he's very versatile on his feet, and he's got a long range.
In Brock Lesnar, you have a guy who's a freak physical specimen. We're talking about a guy who is a 265-pound heavyweight, cuts weight to make the 265-pound limit, and exhibits an athleticism unheard of.
Got him on his back. This is bad for Shane Carwin. Oh, it's all over! Wow! Lesnar is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world!
Brock definitely doesn't like to get hit. I'm going to hit him. And I'm going to hit him as hard as I can.
Brock Lesnar can't take Alistair Overeem down. He is in for a long night of leg kicks and knees and punches from a guy who is better at them than anyone he has ever faced in the octagon by far.
At the end of the day, he's going to get his ass beat.
But Brock Lesnar has never faced a striker with the kind of technique and power that Alistair Overeem presents. He's better than anyone else that Brock Lesnar has ever faced by a long shot.
I'm knocking on the door to being the UFC heavyweight champion again.
Overeem ripping up right hand.
I don't care how many fights he's had, or I don't care where his career has been. When the door shuts and it's time to go, he'll know really quickly that he has got a fight on his hands. And at the end of the day, Brock Lesnar wants this fight more than Alistair Overeem.
Basically, when I signed with the UFC, they offered me to fight for the title straight away. But that would mean I had to wait 6 months. I'm a fighter which likes to stay active. So I stayed it after the UFC, and they basically came up with Brock Lesnar, and that was just a challenge I couldn't refuse.
Overeem ripping up right hand.
I mean, I'm not concerned about his striking at all, his kicking, his punches. His takedowns, I'm not troubled by that at all, and that's why I'm going to beat him up. I would put my money in the first round but I can guarantee the second.
What's up, everybody? Good afternoon. All right, let's get to the media. Who's got it? First question. Raise your hand. They'll bring you a mic.
You know, you're fighting a guy who's debuting in the UFC. You were the UFC champion, the heavyweight champion, and you are the underdog. Does that add a little incentive to you for fighting night?
The underdog with a big bite, all right?
All right, Alistair, I think I saw that you predicted a first-round knockout in this. Why so confident?
Judging him from his character in his previous fights, he's going to come in for the kill, and so am I. So 1 + 1 is 2.
Brock, I have to tell you, you really impressed me on UFC on Fox on your debut. When you were a commentator, you were speaking, you were on the show, you did fantastic. I was thoroughly impressed. Do you see more TV in your future like that outside of the octagon?
Oh, yeah, he's a real bundle of joy.
Explain to us the difference between going out to a WWE match and stepping out to a UFC match, and how that has really driven you to MMA as opposed to wrestling, because I'm assuming it wasn't money that brought you over to the UFC.
That's all we grew up. There was nothing much else to do. Go to the next town and scrap and steal other guys' girlfriends. You know, you feed off of your last fight. It's over and done with. You turn the page and life goes on. You try to become a better fighter, and that's where I'm at. I train to win fights, you know, whether it's winning a stand-up or winning on the ground or however. To me, it was just satisfying just to win. I most definitely want to win this fight against Alistair, which moves me to my chances of becoming a UFC heavyweight champion again.
Walking in the arena, that is always good for me to see where it is and what it is like. I think it's going to be very different when the cage is there and when it's full of people. It's going to be crazy, and I can't wait to get it on this Friday.
What are you going to need to do, workout-wise?
Just some stand-up stuff. I think 3 times 5. Just relax.
Yeah, awesome.
You know, I'm going to have my fight speak for itself. I mean, I have a lot of knockouts, a lot of submissions. I never go for the decision. I always go for the knockout. All right.
Okay, thank you, Alistair. Appreciate it.
Let's get out of here. Now we're halfway in and just finished the media tour at the gym and the open workout. Now we're going to do the radio tour.
How's this fight going to end between you and Brock Lesnar?
I think a knockout in the first round or a knockout in the second round. All right, guys, bedtime for me. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you fight night.
We welcome you inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena for the official weigh-ins for UFC 141, Lesnar versus Overeem. Here is Joe Rogan.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the UFC weigh-ins. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Strikeforce heavyweight champion, Dream heavyweight champion, and K1 Grand Prix champion, Alistair Overeem. 263. 263 for the Demolition Man. $266 for Mr. Lesnar!
I would like to thank all you fans out there who rooted for me. And about tomorrow can be pretty short. I predicted a first, and if not a first, a second round knockout.
Give a round of applause! Alistair Overeem, Brock Lesnar! We'll see you all on pay-per-view tomorrow!
I'm not a decision fighter, so you're gonna see a hard-pressed action fight for somebody who's always going for the kill.
When he faces Brock Lesnar tonight, he's in a whole nother league.
Oh, what a perfect way to celebrate New Year's Eve weekend, the return of Brock Lesnar.
Alistair Overeem is one of the few fighters considered to be at the elite of the elite outside of the UFC. And finally we have him. And what a test he has in front of him. He is the K1 Grand Prix champion, the Dream Heavyweight champion, and the Strikeforce Heavyweight champion.
They both weighed in at, well, Alistair at 265, Brock at 266.
This is going to be a crazy fight. I don't know how long it's going to last.
Arriving earlier tonight here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, Brock Lesnar, Alistair Overeem, the first Strikeforce heavyweight champion, and the only fighter in history to hold a title in K1 and MMA at the same time. The former UFC heavyweight champion is very confident that Alistair Overeem is in for a rude awakening tonight in his UFC debut. The former Strikeforce, K1, and Dream champion, who tonight fights for the 48th time in his mixed martial arts career.
It's an honor for me to get in the octagon to kick his ass.
You couldn't get a better style matchup. You have the perfect wrestler versus striker matchup.
Brock definitely doesn't like to get hit. I'm going to hit him, and I'm going to hit him as hard as I can.
The Demolition Man, Alistair Overeem.
He's in over his head. He doesn't really understand the beast that he's going to enter the octagon with.
I can't believe this is really going to happen. Here we go, baby.
He moved with his older brother Valentine, his mother Claire, to Holland. Claire is Dutch, and that's where he learned his craft.
Former NCAA National Wrestling Champion.
Lesnar weighed in at 266, Alistair Overeem at 263. The reach is nearly identical.
It's time! Alistair the Reed Overeem! Brock Lesnar!
I want you guys to do a clean fight. Follow my orders at all time. Defend yourself for all times. You guys ready? Touch gloves, let's do this.
When will Lesnar shoot for the double? Trying to use the jab. Got the leg. And Overeem able to avoid the takedown.
I don't know what did it. I don't know what happened, but he's got a cut.
Might have been one of those jabs of Brock Lesnar's. And again they connect.
Big knee to the body.
And answered by Lesnar. Another big knee
to the body.
Right to the midsection of Lesnar. He's hurt bad. And again to the midsection. Brock tried to catch the kick.
I'm surprised Alistair threw a kick this early in the fight.
A kick to the body. So much punishment to the body. This is going to be it.
That's it. It's over. No.
It is all over.
Wow. You know what? The question was, if the fight stands on its feet.
Here we go. All Overeem.
And there he threw one to the body, and that one hurt him bad. That one went to the liver. And Alistair jumps all over him. He's covering up mostly, but he's really waiting for this fight to be stopped. But now look at this. Digs to the body.
Declaring the winner by TKO, Alistair the Reed Overeem. Today was all about bad intentions. First or second round, I promise.
And here it is.
Nice old K1 body kick.
There was a lot of people that thought that he was going to be able to take you down. He was unsuccessful in that, and then he was forced to play your game.
Junior Dos Santos is next. God, I promise you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, there he is, Alistair Overeem.
Dana, just curious your assessment of Overeem and what you can do to build on him, because he was a guy that you had questions about. Now that he's proven,
let me say in front of everybody here that I was wrong. I thought Brock Lesnar was going to beat Alistair Overeem tonight. I did, and I was wrong. And he looked damn good tonight. He made quick work of Brock Lesnar.
Alistair, did the fight go the way you thought it would go?
Yeah, I don't know if it's luck, if it's strategy, But it turned out that way, and I'm just happy that it did.
I know it was your first fight in the UFC. What did you make of the experience being in the UFC?
I was a little bit blown away, still am, with all the fans, and when you walk in there, it's just crazy, but I love it, every second of it. Love him or hate him, but it's always something when Brock's fighting, like Dana said. And I mean, he's a guy who goes for it. I think he achieved a lot in a short span, and yeah, it should be a shame if he stops now. I think there's still more to gain from him.